Hey, morning everyone. This is just a video I wanted to put out this morning real quick, just to give some little tidbit advice from my time in the military for guys that are young coming in the military and stuff like that. The military is a completely different beast than what it used to be when I first got in, and just understanding that what may help a lot of younger guys as they're coming in or transitioning into the military from the civilian life, understand how kind of like what to kind of do and what to kind of learn to do in the military and stuff like that. And this is involving like some of the stuff that may help you out, and especially, I don't know if you're gonna go active, I don't know if you're gonna go reserves, I don't know if you're gonna go National Guard, and this can apply for the most part any military branch. It can be Army, Reserves. Me, I'm in the Army, and now since I came off active, I'm in the Army National Guard right now. I was active for the Army National Guard, but yeah. Anyways, so just some of this stuff, the little tidbit knowledge I just want to give you guys. If you're coming in the military, as much as the military has a stigma for like you being, tough or whatever else, if you're hurt, you need to go to the doctor. You need to get it all documented all the time, every time. If you're sick, if you feel something's off, if you got any kind of medical conditions, because a lot of that stuff that I have going on, like for instance, I have a herniated disc in my back, and then some other medical conditions and stuff like that. I didn't document a lot of that. I documented a lot with the herniated disc, but everything else that I have going on, I didn't document it a lot while I was on active duty, which is kicking my butt, because if you ever get out or you ever transition to just the National Guard and you want to file for compensation or VA disability, it's harder to do that if it's not done while in the military, because the VA is going to look to service connect anything that's happened to you medically wise, right? So just something that's for a lot of younger guys. Please, 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 if you go to the doctor in the military for anything, whether you go to a civilian doctor or military doctor, document everything and keep a little personal file on everything documented. You're gonna thank me later whenever you get out of the military and then you realize you can apply for this thing called VA disability, and you documented everything along the way, right? It'll help you with your case, because you have to literally file for it and try to win the case in order to get put on VA disability, where the military pays you a set amount of money, depending on your VA disability rating, whether it's 20%, 50%, or 100%, for whatever conditions you have going on, right? So document everything right in the military. Number two is, what's kind of helped me out a lot is, while you're in, try to go to a ton of schools. Like, just go to schools, whatever schools you can find. And what I mean by schools, like military schools, right? That helps you a lot for promotion or excelling in the military to a different higher position, right? So just do that. If you're like, there's Pathfinder School, Air Assault, airborne schools, foreign weapon courses, battle staff. There are a ton of schools in the military. You should be always trying to go to a school while you're in the military, because it'll help you promote faster above your peers. I know that's more, it helps a lot more on active than it does in the Guard, but it does help in the Guard, right? So schools are a big thing while you're in the military. So try to go to different schools and stuff like that. Keep up with your own little PT, even outside of the normal PT hours. Do your own little PT. And I always stress about that every morning. You can find like 7-minute little workout videos. Take you 7 minutes to go do a quick cardio session while you're in the military. And then, like, one of the main things that, when I'm talking about PT and stuff, right, that will help you get through the military is just like those 7-minute little workout sessions that help with cardio. Cardio is one of the biggest things that kill a lot of people in the military. So it's hard on some of the like ruck marches and stuff. It takes a lot of endurance, and you need cardio for a lot of that. So do your own little PT, build your endurance, build your cardio up, and you should be fine for just about 90% of any school you go to in the military, if you're not an all-star fitness person, right? So you can find something to like a little YouTube video that help kind of work on your fitness outside of doing whatever fitness the military has you doing, right? And then just kind of going on number 3 is, I know the military has changed from the traditional retirement plan that I'm on to the TSP retirement plan where they match your pay and everything like that. Just make sure as soon as you join the military has that TSP program where they match your pay up to, I don't remember what it is because I don't do it. Go ahead and max out your match. That way, while you're there in the military, you can just be, I don't know how long you plan on serving, but like if you wind up taking your career and going further along with it, match, like, you know, that military TSP can make a difference whenever you finally do get out of the military, right? So that's a good thing. Another thing, like number 4, just being like, learn about, this is just on your own, because if you decide not to get or stay in the military very long, so you're no longer getting a match because you're no longer serving anymore, and you get out because you do your 6 years or do 10 years or whatever it is, make sure in the beginning, this is something I stress to everyone, if you would do this, like by the time you got your first job and going all the way through, learn about dividend investing. Just investing in the stock market and dividends, and do it with safe stocks, well-known stocks like McDonald's, Walmart, you know, Microsoft, or like Nvidia, like those big well-known stocks that you can think of that you mess with on a daily basis, right? That you think will be around for the next 20 years. Dividend invest in those stocks. You don't have to go for a high yield, but like it's really cool to understand the dividend investing side of things, because, well, it's like building your own business. Now you just put money away into your business on dividends, right? And then that money right there makes you more money because you invested more money in your business. So you put the money in every month or every quarter or every year, that dividend gets paid out to you, and you can use that money right there to turn around and buy more stocks or to offset your living expenses. If you had, you know, a couple grand stuffed away, like 40 grand, 50 grand, whatever, stuffed away into different dividend stocks, and they were paying you, you know, a couple $100 a month, or a couple, you know, whatever it is, that they were paying you out, you could take that money that they pay you a dividend like once every month or once every quarter, depending on the stocks, because every stock is different. You can take that money and use it to pay a phone bill every month. So that part's pretty cool, but it's like building your own business, right? So it does help if you learn to dividend invest. Research it on YouTube. It is not hard to learn. Once you understand the basics of dividend investing, you can be doing them on multiple platforms. You can do it on Cash App, you can do it on Robinhood, you can do it on Webull, and you can do it on, you know, I guess, what is it, Fidelity. You can do it on, there's a lot of platforms out there. Figure out the platforms. I suggest, honestly, Robinhood. It's been around long enough now that most people feel safe with it. It's an easy platform for everyone to learn. If you don't learn how to do dividend investing, learn it from that platform. I'll even, if you guys want, that's up to you guys, I'll put a little affiliate link or whatever for Robinhood inside the description of this video. So if you guys ever decide you want to go ahead and grab Robinhood, you can go down that link, and then I'm pretty sure they'll give you a stock, and I get a stock also, which is kind of cool. But you ain't got to. You can just go on your phone and go on the Play Store or whatever and look up Robinhood. But yeah, just those things like that, right? So those are like some of the bigger things to learn to do while you're in the military that are easy to, not really easy to do, but there's something that can kind of help progress your life, right? Ultimately, most people when they're young, they like, you know, I did the same thing too. I focused on like, this is gonna be my whole career, I'm gonna stay active duty, and then I learned things as I got older that I started to understand that I didn't like, and so my life changed quite a bit. I'm no longer active duty Army, regular National Guard Army now, But it's just like those few things that, like, I understand. I don't like this kind of lifestyle that I'm, doing anymore. Like, I don't find the enjoyment that I need to find with it, right? So that's why I kind of transitioned back to just being regular guard. And I was on right now, since I'm just not getting promoted to E7, I was about to get out in the next year and a half. I would have my 20 years in. But now I'm kind of sticking around for 3 years to get my high 3 as an E7, and I'll decide if I want to go from there, or if I want to stick it out and maybe get my Florida 30 with the guard or not. I haven't decided yet, but yeah. And then another thing, while you're in the military, find your purpose. That's me talking about, like, exactly that. Like, I didn't find a purpose in the military like, the military didn't make me feel like I had a purpose. Like, everything I started to do, it almost felt like it was like I was going through the motions, or it was semi, like, it didn't really matter, I guess. So if you find a purpose in whatever job, it'll help you get through those jobs. But ultimately, your main purpose should be to yourself, right? Your main purpose should be to your family and to yourself. Build yourself up. When I say that, meaning like fitness, right? Money, education. Build yourself up, because you are the most valuable thing to your lifestyle, right? Like, building yourself up. The military is not going to build you up. They'll help you get there. They are a tool, and they will use you back just like a tool. That machine will keep moving, and they would totally use you back like a tool. So just use them like a tool. Use them as a stepping stone to get to where you want. If your goal is to stay 20 years, stay 20 years. If your goal is not, and maybe you want to use them for college, use them for college, right? Use the tool, get what you need out of it, and build yourself up. So that's the best advice I can give you there when it comes to being in the military, my time being in the military so far, and what I've understood and learned, right? And then, like, you're gonna have your time while you're in the military where you're away from your family, or like if you're just a single guy or girl, maybe it won't, like, you have your immediate family, and it may bother you just to be away from your maybe your mom or dad or brother or whatever, because you don't have kids, or maybe a wife or a husband or whatever, right? But I mean, if you do, it's no different really, because you still connect to somebody, whether it's your immediate family or it's your kids and your wife, or for me, like my kids and my wife, right? It bothers me when I gotta go away, and that's just something you learn that you have to deal with while you're in the military. You're gonna be away from birthday parties, you're gonna be away from holidays, so that part does suck. But I mean, for the most part, you'll find some good people in the military that you navigate towards, that are good battle buddies for you, that you'll learn to, like, work with them and understand them. They'll help make your time in the military much better. That's what ultimately you need to find, is like those type of people that you can get in, you can chop it up with on a daily basis when you're at work and stuff like that, and you're joking around. Like, I got a buddy that when I go to work or whatever, I used to, not anymore, he doesn't work where I work anymore, but we used to sit there and chop it up, like, even on the negative things that were going on. We'd kind of like somewhat, I want to say, make fun of them, but it was a way for us to get past those negative things that were like dumb. Like, we would joke about them in a joking way. So, and then the one final note that I will say while you're kind of in the military is you need to be true to yourself, right? And what I mean by that is that while you're a lower rank, right, you won't dive into it as much, but as you get up in rank, you're going to understand there's a lot of politics that get into the military, and that part is not fun. So just stay true to yourself. When you realize there's stuff that's going on that you don't feel comfortable with, or that you don't, I don't know, you don't have to dive down the same roads that everybody else is telling you to dive down. Everybody's their own individual person. So just kind of work it like that or whatever. Just, I don't know how else to explain it to you without diving in detail on it. I don't really want to dive in detail on it because I'm not trying to bash the military for any way. Like I said, I do like the military. But it's just, once I realize a few things, I realized that it's probably not for me, right? I started to realize that my, I don't know, me being blunt is getting me more in trouble than me just, and that's why I went back to just being a guard. It's not a big deal now. So yeah, just be true to yourself, do the right things while you're in the military. Don't be dumb, don't like hoard away your money, especially if you're active. Hoard away your money, because if you ever got to a spot where you're like, man, I'm tired of, you know, working for somebody else, and you want to go do your own thing, be an entrepreneur or whatever else, you have the ability to do it. I wish I could do that right now. It's raining outside, just so you know. We got like this hurricane that's supposed to be not really coming through our area, but coming more to the west of Florida. So I think we're just catching a lot of the storm off of that. But yeah, just be true to yourself, and yeah, for the most part, you'll kind of make it through, and you'll navigate and figure out how you want to do stuff in the military and stuff like that. So yeah, biggest things, like I said, is make sure you document your medical paperwork, make sure you're hoarding away money, do your own investing. Don't rely on somebody else to invest for you. It is not hard to learn dividend investing. Literally get on YouTube, research, watch like a few videos on dividend investing. Once you start doing it a little bit and you start seeing a little return on whatever platform, you're gonna be like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, just yeah, like I said, your medical, dividend investing, schools while you're in the military, building yourself up. Yeah, focus on all that. So I want to give you all that, a little bit of advice for all the new people joining the military or not. I don't know if it helps. It's kind of helped me as I kind of navigated my way through the military, and now that I'm kind of backing off and I'm just kind of seeing how things go through the rest of my time before I decide whether or not if I want to pull the trigger and just go ahead and get out. Yeah. So alright guys, I'm pulling up to the gate up here. There's another video that I'm gonna post today. It was done in March before I recorded all the videos on my GoPro, both my GoPros on my boat, and it's on the Choctawhatchee River over there towards Panama City. I want to post that video, so I gotta go through and chop it up and stuff like that and post it. I recorded it a while back before I had this long 6-month break before I posted any videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get that one pushed out today, and I'll show you guys that. I'll probably push this one out today too, but just some stuff for you guys to kind of look at, and it's just about my life. Anybody can go through and try to, you know, I guess in a sense, judge me or whatever else on anything that I have going on in my life, but it's my own life. I can live it how I need to live it, and I'm figuring out and navigate through those things that, you know, I've been trying to understand, right? So I wanna do things that give me enjoyment, and I'm not gonna do things anymore that don't give me enjoyment. So I'm trying to use everything else that doesn't give me enjoyment as a tool, a stepping stone to get to where I need to be in life. And you guys should do the same thing too. So I appreciate you guys watching. It really does help. I'm trying to grow my channel. If you guys like to subscribe to the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.